And welcome everybody to the iOS Arca series. I'm Joe Wright. Tonight I'm joined by Dustin Dean. Dustin Dean, how's it going?
It's going good. I've been looking forward to this race for a while, and now that it's finally here, man, I'm ready to get it started. They're already qualifying on the track, and it won't be too long before we start gridding up.
Yep, Rockytop 100 from Bristol Motor Speedway in the Arca cars, our feeder series for the Cup and the trucks later on in the week. And man, I'm pretty stoked about it myself. We've been kind of looking forward to this thing, and man, ready to get it rocking.
Well, a lot of things can happen at like Daytona. You never know who's really good. And then we went to a short track at Rockingham and last week at Atlanta, so we really got a taste of what these drivers can do. But now is their first real challenge, right? Bristol is a madhouse. Sometimes even when you're out there by yourself, put around 35 more cars all around the track, and you are in for a night.
Yeah, so last night, me and my brother David Wright, and then a couple of other guys jumped into the practice session. I turned some laps with these guys, and we went around the track, and man, we did some awesome laps. First couple of laps in this car is really loose, and then after the first couple of laps, it starts to get a little tight. Looks like Eddie Morris has got a little damage to that right front already, but he just laid down a second place lap. Let's see what he can do here on that second one, but. Yeah, it's going to get tight later in the run, and they're going to have to really find speed, maybe diamonding it off the corners where I found the speed.
Yeah, the trick is to diamond it off the corners without tearing up those tires too much. So often we see drivers really aggressive, especially on early runs, and that really pays off in an awful way. Is halfway through the run, and definitely even late through the run, their tires are so awful they can't even keep it off the wall. And so look out for that tonight. Maybe the drivers we see up front early on may not be there at the end.
Yeah, it looks like Eddie Morris is going to stay second. Dustin Buck on the pole currently. And Jackson Qualley and TJ Floyd, the only two who haven't earned a qualifying time so far, and that gives us 29 drivers in the field. We got a decent-sized field tonight for what should be a great show here at Bristol. I'm concerned about the cautions, but we'll see what happens as they move forward. Let's look at the standings real quick while we have a quick second.
As you pull up the standings there, just watching Dustin Buck in practice, he looked really clean. As you see in qualifying, he's right there up top. You see the point standings. Jackson Qualley leading those point standings, even though he doesn't have a win. Interesting. Dylan Redding's got 2 wins now. He seems to be the driver to beat. Jackson's just very consistent. And we go on down the list here. Got some big names that jump out, Joe.
Oh, yeah. Will Cloud, Brett Merle, Brian Merle Jr., and all these guys. TJ Floyd up in the top 10 as well. Brandon White with a win already locks him into the playoffs, but back there in 8th, kind of hanging on to that top 10 spot. Jeff Hinkle's a surprising name to see in that top 10, but consistency is what's paying off for him. And it's the same for Jackson. No wins, but consistency keeping him on top of the board.
Yeah, so the top 12 will move on to these playoffs. So as you're looking at these point standings here, what do you think is the line as far as okay, we're only in race number 4 here tonight. It's time to start thinking about what do I need to do to get myself in this thing.
Yeah, I think you have to win for some of these guys. I mean, some of the guys who are back from 15th on back, it's almost a have-to-win situation. I know the points are pretty close, but these guys at the front have shown speed all season long, and most of it is consistency. Brandon White with 1 win and Dylan Redding with 2 of the wins. That's 3 races down with only two drivers, right? And so that's already stealing 1 driver away, ultimately speaking, into the playoffs. So we know that somebody's going to have to sneak their way in on points. And if you got guys that are consistent as Jackson up front, it's going to be a tall task.
Yeah, definitely. And as I look at that, I only see a couple drivers have top 10 finishes in all 3 events we've ran so far. And so those are the drivers that I like, that I think that they'll easily make their way into the playoffs. It's the drivers that don't even have a top 10 yet that I'm more concerned about. And like you said, it's go time now. You can't wait. I will say after this race, after week 4, the first drop week comes into effect. So our points will be shaken up tonight, not only because it's Bristol, but because that drop week comes into effect.
Yeah, it's That's a big thing as well. We got a couple drop weeks that will have to be factored in as well. So that may cause some people to drop out of that top 12.
Yeah, I think the only people that are safe and feel confident about the playoffs is those drivers with wins. Everybody else, good luck, especially tonight at Bristol. Qualifying is wrapping up here, even though we do have about 4 minutes left. I know they're having their drivers meeting right now. So, Joe, who's your favorite to win tonight?
Man, I mean, Dustin Buck on the pole, but man, I always pull for my buddy Eddie Morris. This is his home track. This is his place. This is where he knows. But so I'm going to call Bristol Eddie Morris tonight, but we'll see. I mean, don't count out Brent Merle. Don't count out Max McClure. They're up there at the front. And maybe some gamesmanship by Jackson Qualley and Nick Ford, TJ Floyd hanging out at the back, trying to stay out of some early caution. So we'll see how that works out for them, too.
Yeah, I think definitely on everybody's radar is Dylan Redding. He's already won 2 races here out of the 3, and so he's always a factor. He'll be starting 10th tonight if qualifying holds like it is right now. Another driver I'm looking at is Logan Hagerman. You know, we've had 3 races under our belt, and he's been up in the top 5 at least on at Rockingham and Atlanta. So tonight, I think he can maybe pull it out if,
And
like I said, he can save those tires.
he was right there at the end too at Daytona. So I mean, yeah, he's definitely one of those guys to watch here for sure. And he's one of my guys, my teams.
That's right.
So,
Oh man. Well, Dustin Buck is on Apex racing in the truck series, so
he's 27th in points. He's going to need himself a win, get himself into that running up front. He had a tough week 2 weeks ago where he was leading the race and wrecked himself out, and then you know, rebounded a little bit last week, I think, at Atlanta, right?
well, if you recall, we watched him wreck into the back of Jackson
That's
Qualley,
right. That's right. Yep.
and so yeah, not a great finish last week either. So hopefully doing better here tonight at Bristol, and he's definitely proven that he's capable with the pole run right now, as we only have a little bit more than a minute left for drivers to go out there.
All
I
right.
think
Well,
most of them have already qualified.
yeah. While we have a minute left here, Nick Ford's actually looks like he's trying to get up on track. See if he can turn a lap. It looks like he's going to give it a shot.
And he did not get any practice laps in. These are his first laps on the track here, at least in our session here tonight. And so we'll take a ride with him as he's going along. Got that real high line. Gets a little loose there.
A little bit into the wall there, yeah, for sure. But like you said, that's kind of the fast way around the high entry, low exit, right?
Yeah, it is. And you're not too worried about tires here while you're qualifying. If he gets into the wall here, boy, that was close. That will cancel out his run, but he seemed to be doing okay right now. Let's see what it comes out of 4. Oh, did he touch the wall there? I don't know. It's going to be close.
I think he might have kissed it on both laps there. No time is going to be registered for Nicholas Ford here.
That's right. No time is registered. So he'll be starting at the back, at least 28th. So we got 3 drivers. Oh, Nick Ford finally come up there onto the board.
23rd.
23rd. So he must have at least got
That's
some
second
lap
lap.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like 2 drivers did not qualify. We're looking at TJ Floyd and Jackson Qualley. I think their strategy is to start at the back and maybe avoid all this. I'm not sure.
And before we hit the grid here in a second, I want to do a little shameless plug. Today, Intensity Broadcasting released their first of many podcasts. Check them out on Spotify, iOS devices, and Audio Boom, as well as you can see the video version of it on Facebook and YouTube on our channel. But, if you're in a car and you want something to listen to and listen to me and Atman and Josh talk about nonsense, you can go ahead and do that. Check that thing out.
Well, I listened a little bit of it earlier, and I tell you what, that man y'all had in the middle was definitely the smartest of y'all 3.
Yeah, he's a bright little man, I'll tell you that. That's for sure. All right. So now that they are gridding, as soon as we get the leader on track, we'll go through the grid. I'm gonna go driver by driver.
Absolutely. So that front row, like you said, when he loads in, will be Dustin Buck and Eddie Morris there on the front row. 2 laps of pace laps will be ran tonight, so we won't do as we usually do. But there you see Dustin Buck, your pole sitter, running that IROC special there. Eddie Morris beside him. And Logan Hagerman will start out 3rd. and Todd Schott in the 426 starting P4.
Max McClure is going to start in that fifth spot. Outside of him is going to be Brett Merle in the 48 machine. Jacob Bowen's going to roll off seventh with Nick Mather, a newer name that I haven't seen here, in that eighth spot.
Yeah, Gannon Cyphers in that 3 car, starting ninth. Dylan Redding on the outside of him in the 11 machine will start P11. Gregory Fronick in 11th, and Colton Kinsey in that Hooters 4 machine.
Starting 13th is going to see Brian Merle Jr. in the 74 machine with the We the People machine. 22 of Chris Wheeler are going to be outside of him. We know those two have some history. Michael Provolt on the inside with the 23 of Jeff Hinkle on the outside.
Yeah, starting P17 will be Jason Duckworth in the 08. P18 is the 86 machine of Derek Regal. 19th will be Travis Paul in the 38. And rolling off P20 is Zachary Cox in the 51. Well, he's on pit road right now.
Yeah.
He will miss the start.
He missed the start. Will Cloud Jr. is going to start 21st. 22nd in that Rainbow machine, David Wright. Nicholas Ford's going to roll off Pete's 23 and Mike Rent's 24th.
And 25th will be Michael Lawrence in the 47. 26 is Mike Rentz in the 91 machine. Michael Smith in the 10 car back there as well. Derek Chaput in the 37 will start 28th. TJ Floyd in the 49 and Jackson Qualley in the 17, as you see on your screen. And there is Eddie Moore starting on the outside of the front row. Pace car lights are off. We will go green coming next time around, next turn at least.
Yep, so one more time around and we'll hit that green flag. Going to go racing here at Bristol in the Rockytop 100 for the iOS Arca series. You know, you asked me about my pick. I said, Eddie, you got a single pick you want to pick?
Yeah, I'll pick Logan. I'll pick Logan Hagerman as a surprise winner here tonight.
Logan Hagerman it is. Looks like Dustin Buck got his EOL from that penalty last week. Starting at the back now, even after qualifying on the pole. Tall task here at Bristol, get back to the front. So,
well, what a way to redeem yourself, though. Even though you get an EOL, still come out here and get the pole and make yourself known. So that'll leave Logan Hagerman to start this field. Here he comes.
Logan Hagerman to the stripe. Eddie Morris with a decent jump on the outside line.
Yeah, I think Eddie's going to get it coming off turn 2, and he will. Eddie Morris is your leader here coming off of turn 2 down into turn 3. Logan got some pressure behind him.
He got some little contact there from Todd Scott.
So far, so good here at Bristol. And I hear wrecking on the radio. No caution.
Well, that's good, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's definitely chaotic back here. If you go toward the middle of the field, it is like sardines trying to pack these cars into this tight track.
And Eddie's jumped out to a decent lead now, over half a second over Logan Hagerman. They've kind of spread out throughout the field. We got a little bit of action back here with Gannon Cyphers looking underneath, but beyond that, it's starting to really get spread out.
We do have a caution, yeah.
Yep, we sure do.
See all kind of drivers spread out here.
That'll bring in our first wreckage replay of the night.
Got Chris Wheeler involved, the 91 of Mike Rentz involved, and Derek Chaput. The 37 are all involved here on lap 5. Looking at it right now. So the wreckage replay, or wreckage rewind, excuse me, coming up for Intensity Broadcasting. Joe's getting that ready for you. And let's take a look here exactly what happened going down the backstretch.
All right, you're going to see Dylan Redding's going to get into the wall here at the very beginning of this. See if we can slow it down for you guys to see what happened. He's going to get into the outside wall. Pushing a little bit high. I don't know if he comes off the wall or not. What happens with Wheeler? Wheeler looks like he's going to squeak by there. He looks like he was looking for to dodge it. Hits the apron. Coming off the corner. The 4 is going to turn him into the outside wall.
Yeah, it just looks like maybe he thought he was clear there, and it just wasn't.
That's Michael Provolt and the 71 machine of
Gregory Fronick.
Gregory Froelich, yep. See if anything else happens here. I think there's some
Yeah, I was
more
about
that
to say, if
happens.
you keep watching, there's definitely more. As I went to it, there was about 3 or 4 cars down there piled up. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe when he turns around here, I'm not exactly sure.
Here's some other action. The 18 into the wall. Chaput is wrecking. They're all trying to get woed up. Oh, there it is.
And that's what I saw when I first came over here.
Yep. So that's just extracurricular activity.
Which can happen here quick here at Bristol. You know, speeds are a lot slower than we normally run, of course, at a short track. But because the track is so small and you're going so fast around these corners for a short track, that you just don't have time to react. It comes so fast to you.
Let's go ahead and take a ride inside with not Chris Wheeler, Derek Chaput here, and see what happened there. This is from inside the Chaput machine.
And you saw how quickly that came. And there it is. You're just along for the ride at that point.
Yeah, he's just following there, and I don't think he even knows there's a car about to get hit in front of him. So that's how that happens. And things happen fast here at Bristol Motor Speedway, so tough break for him. Early caution.
Derek Chaput also took a long time on pit road, but he's finally back out. Looks like he might be a lap down at this point. And he is showing to be in 30th place. That will put him dead last, right behind Chris Wheeler, who's also a lap down.
All right, so Logan Hagerman on the inside. Looks like Eddie's going to take the outside line here.
Which I think is a smart move. You really get that momentum going up on the outside. It worked for him off the start. Looking for it to work again. As Logan Hagerman started to run him down there at the end of that run. Just couldn't get there before the caution. But that pace car is going to duck on off here. We're back to green flag racing, coming up to lap 10.
Here they come. Yeah, like you said, Eddie firing off on that high side.
Just want to be careful of them tires at this point of the race. This is really when you want to save. Got Brett Murrell right behind you running down. It's hard to save tires, but at the same time, you can't let that intimidate you. You have to save your tires. And
oh, I saw somebody wrecking already.
Yep, wrecking on the front stretch. Oh, more cars involved. Looking at the 18 of David Wright. Everybody gets through unscathed. We stay green for now. You just saw some debris there on the screen. That's kind of cool.
Oh, Merle losing it underneath Eddie Morris. He's going to keep it straight, though. 18 hitting pit road there on the bottom side.
Derek Chaput also spun out on the back stretch.
He's spreading the rainbow candies everywhere tonight out there, the 18 machine. Eddie Morris and Logan Hagerman look like the class of the field at the front here as we see Jacob Bowen stepping into the picture now.
Yeah, Jacob is Bristol. When I think of Bristol, I think of Jacob Bowen. He loves this track. He really runs good every time we come here. And so maybe he's a sleeper tonight. Maybe he'll be coming through with the win at the end of this thing. See Eddie holding his own there. Logan slowly catching up to him, but I will just keep in mind about how much he's ruining his tires by trying to catch Eddie.
And Brett Murrell, after getting a little bit of loose back there, is now chasing down Jacob Bowen. Let's see what he can do with him. We'll look at Colton Kinsey, a little bit busy behind the wheel.
Yeah, that's a battle for 6th place right there he's having with Gannon Cyphers. He's trying to make it work, but it's so hard to pass here.
A little stack up here behind Dylan Redding as well. The 16 machine. Looks like he got a little damage. Nick Ford moving into the picture there. And we got battles all throughout the track here. Eddie Morris.
From Dylan Redding as he got into the wall earlier. He stayed up in the top 10 right now. He's in 9th. Like you're saying, just chaos everywhere here at Bristol.
Merle Jr. was giving the business to Max McClure there just a second ago. Got to pay attention to these close ones. Dylan Redding under fire now from the 71.
Oh, and Logan is right on the back bumper of our leader, Eddie Morris, now as he is catching traffic. David Wright right there trying to get out of the way in time. Oh, David gets a little sideways there going down in turn one. Thought he lost it there, but he saved it.
Let's see if we can get on board with Logan as he tries to chase down Eddie Morris. Caution is out.
As I watched the two battle, I think Logan just had a better line. I don't know if he's necessarily using the tires more. I think he just has a better line than Eddie. We'll get that wreckage rewind up. There was so much chaos, it'd be hard to figure out exactly
what started. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
Trying to just look at all areas of the track here. Get that ready for you.
I think I might have found it. Let's see if we can figure it out, though.
You think it'd be easier since it's such a short track, but oftentimes that makes it so much harder.
I see the smoke. I just got to figure out what car it is.
I think the 71 of Gregory Fronek was involved.
All right.
Just from what I hear on the radio.
Yep, there it is. Good call. All right, let's see. Back just a little bit. Like it's a Nick Ford Fronek incident. Transition back in.
And we'll take a look at it. There they go down the backstretch here. So just a dive bomb there.
The difference in speed. Nobody else collected in that. Definitely a caution-worthy wreck, though.
That looked like a 7 car there. Nick Ford, potentially?
Yep, it was Nick Ford in the 71 machine of Greg Fronek. Looks like they might be having a little discussion with each other.
Yeah, on the radio, they are not happy with each other. But that's typical Bristol. So Nick Ford will officially get that EOL, though. And so the penalty goes to him. He'll be starting at the back of the pack. I mean, you saw it clearly here that whether it was a difference of speed or not, he got it.
That kind of doesn't matter.
As I learned last week, it does not matter.
Yeah. Can't run somebody over.
Oh, man, we are coming up to lap 24 here. So quick here that we're almost a quarter of the way through this race. We've only had 2 cautions, so not bad. If we can stay like this, we might get this thing done here before 12 o'clock.
Yeah, while we got this time, let's see if we can go back and see what happened. I don't know if it's going to be possible. I'm going to look through the log here. Doesn't look like it's going to be possible. I was wondering what happened there with the 18. Did he just lose it on his own or get help or not? But
I think he lost it on his own, at least from what I saw. But we'll see. I'm gonna try. I know I tried this last week and it bit me in the you know what.
Back.
So let's. That's right. We'll try to get Nicholas Ford here and get his take on what just happened. Well, they're about to go racing. Maybe we should wait.
Yep. I was just about to tell you we're about half a lap to green here. Only 2 cautions. A lot of wrecking, only 2 cautions.
And I just figured I wasn't live. As we go green, we're on lap 29, not of this 100 lapper. Eddie Morris gets a great jump down to turn 1. Logan taking that low line.
Big checkup on the outside line there.
Oh, Logan made contact there with Brett Murrell.
They're all stacking up behind. Oh, Max McClure on the apron. And they're all dodging him.
For now, at least.
Oh, there we go. Whoa, look at this hornet's nest. Lots of wrecking.
Oh, there they go. Caution is out. I spoke too soon.
Man, that started so far back, it's hard to really fault anybody. That's kind of wild. All right, here we go. Gonna go back and see what we got from that one.
Well, we do know one thing. It really all kind of started when Max clipped the apron there, got himself down there, and tried to come up, and that kind of checked everybody up. That's at least what started it. After the fact is a total different story.
Yep, for sure. Now, everybody's just got to find the break just a little bit. A little bit of patience goes a long way.
Absolutely. As we're only 1/3 into this race, we'll go back and take a look at what happened.
Let's watch. I think there's a little bit of spinning going on in front of these guys here, but you're going to see a big checkup from most of them. There's Max McClure under speed. And then a little bit of wreck in front of him now. And that's going to cause a big checkup in front of everybody at the back here. Like a really big checkup. Pro Vault into the back of the 86. 18 in the back of Pro Vault. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, nowhere at that point.
Go on board with Nicholas Ford, and maybe you can dial him up while we take a look at this.
Hey, Nick Ford, this is Dustin and Joe in the booth. You got a copy? Nick Ford, this is Joe and Dustin in the booth. You got a copy? Looks like we don't have a copy of it.
We're on board with David Wright here. Let's see that everybody's checking up. And there's nowhere to go when it happens like that. All right, we're back live now. David Wright getting the wave by of the pace car. He's going to have to go around, catch the back of the field. He's still going to be a lap down. Morris still at the lead. Merle now on the inside. Hagerman in that third spot. And Jacob Bowen in fourth.
And here they come. Pace car ducks on off, and we'll get back green flag racing here. Coming on lap 36 of 100.
Eddie with another great jump here. Jacob Bowen showing a little bit of speed on the outside line here. Brett Merle.
Yeah, Logan Hagerman's jumped back to the fourth spot. Brett Murrell.
Dylan Redding's in the wall on the outside again.
Looks like everybody's fine though now, even though there is a big speed difference. Such a momentum track that anything like that can really.
A look back from Eddie's machine. You can see how long he's. Oh, and we're another caution. I was going to say, he's out of the gas a long time there. Caution number 4 on the track.
Yeah, we'll get that wreckage rewind for you. Sorry, I was trying to do something here on my screen. Eddie Morris continues to be your leader. Jacob Bowen in second. Brett Muir on third. And we'll take a look exactly what happened here on the back stretch.
Yeah, something's going to happen with the 86, that purple car in the middle of your screen. Oh, wow.
Oh, pulled a Michael McDowell there at Texas. Just got loose down into the corner.
You know,
Overcorrected, shot into that outside wall.
That almost looked reminiscent of like a steering wheel locking up in the middle of the turn there, and it looks like even still he was just rolling there at the bottom of the screen. So let me see. Let's go on board and see if we can see what happened there.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy, just the way it jerked around like that.
Oh no, he definitely overcorrected and shot straight up into the wall there. Wow.
Yeah, you don't usually see that. Let's slow that down and watch that one more time and find out exactly what went wrong. I mean, it's really hard to do. You are giving a lot of brake, which can sometimes get it loose, but never seen it get that loose that quick, that early in the turn.
And he's turning. Hard to the right. I really can't explain that one there, Dustin.
I'm with you. Like I said, especially earlier in that turn, usually you see it kind of mid-turn before it'll hook loose on you, but yeah, just real loose entering the corner. Maybe gave it a little too much brake, and either way, there you see Derek Regal on pit road getting repairs done to his car. Don't know how long he'll be in there, but we are on lap 41, 60 laps to go. Eddie Morris led every lap so far in this race. Jacob Bowen, we've seen impressive stats. Him coming through the field. Brett Murrell in fourth, Todd Schott on down. It looks like Logan Hagerman may have came down pit road. He's sitting 32nd now.
Not a bad time if you're going to get that set of tires.
I'm sorry, 22nd.
Not a bad time. You know, halfway through the race, we talked about this, I think, last week, too. It's really scary. Jackson Qualley did it last week. It's really scary to go back to the Hornet's Nest halfway through the race if you want to get tires. But, man, it's a strategy call on some guys' parts. I'm not sure if that's what Hagerman did here or not, but...
Yeah, I mean, he's good to go to the end, I guess, if that's the way he's looking at it.
Hopefully all the wrecking is over with for some of these guys.
Speaking of Jackson Qualley, remember he started in the back in 30th position. He's made his way up to 10th. So he's made a run through the field.
He is our top mover into the top 10, 20 spots up. All right, here we go. Pace car is about to dip off. Eddie Morris leading them back to the green. Hopefully for the last time here. We'll see if it works out.
Green flag back up. Eddie Morris is another great run. Jacob Bowen tries to keep up. He will. It looks like he's holding steady there on the outside line.
Oh, the 23 hard into the wall.
Jeff Hinkle took a little ride there. On turn 4, we got more cars spinning here.
All right, we'll get that one dialed up for you as well.
Yeah, we got the wreckage for replay. It all started back here with Jeff Hinkle, like you said. We had one car up in the wall. It was Mike Rentz in the 91, and that kind of stacked them up. Looks like you'll see it here in a bit. Michael Provault just barely gets into the 23, and we'll get that up for you right now.
And you know as well as I do, a little bit of touch on these things, man, it's impossible to keep them under control, especially here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And we'll see what happens with the 23.
Yeah, so that's Jeff Hinkle in that red and white car. You'll look at the top of your, or at the bottom of your screen now. There's a car on the wall, and it looks like he might have checked up, and Michael just got into the back of him. But of course, that sent other cars with him.
Off break
like we talked about earlier. It's so hard to check up.
If we can look at the in-car of Provault, I would doubt that it was intentional, but like you said, I think the 23 checks up when he sees that guy get into the wall there in front of him.
Yeah, you can see him up ahead, that 91, that green machine. He is up in the wall. And never know what'll happen. And so right there, just gets into him, gets hit from behind, and more cars collected there, including the car that was up in the wall, Mike Grant's, in the 91. He is involved in that as well. Oh me, oh my. So the people pit here, they stay out. It looks like most of them are staying out, at least for now.
All right, well, let's look at the stint length, and we'll tell you who's stayed out so far. Looks like Buck, one of the only guys hitting pit road in the top 10. I guess TJ Floyd and Hagerman as well. Hagerman back up to 10th already there, Dustin Dean, so maybe a good call.
Yeah, and so we just talked about Jackson Qualley being in 10th spot on that last restart. As I look, he's sitting P5 right now. You're talking about 5 positions in like 2 laps? Dude, that man is on a move.
And we talked about it in the pre-race. We'll talk about it again. That little man is consistent.
25 positions in 43 laps. And at least a fourth of that was under caution. So you want to talk about a mover. He is a mover. But also, if you think about it, Dustin Buck, you know, he did get the pole tonight, but he had to start EOL. So that means he started further back than Jackson did. And he's sitting there in the 7th spot. So he's moved up a ton as well.
Halfway, 50 laps into this 100 lapper at Bristol Motor Speedway, and we've had 5 cautions, so about once every 10 laps.
Yeah, that's right.
We got some Michael Provault gets an EOL there. We're getting in the back.
Yeah, there was no contesting that one. That was all him. But they're on the back stretch now. As they come around turn 4, they'll take that green flag. I imagine Eddie Morrison do the same thing he's been doing here.
Another thing to note is you noted early in the pre-race, Dylan Redding back up to 6 already. 2 times we've seen him in the wall, so let's see what he can do here. Big checkup again on that outside line, but Eddie just takes off.
Yeah, he gone.
Jackson up to 4th.
Jacob Bowen just trying to hold it there as best as he can, and he's going to have to run him down here. I'll tell you, like you said, Jackson Qualley came to race tonight at Bristol. No doubt about it. We got another caution on the track already. Gannon Cyphers in the 3 machine was involved. We'll go back and take a look at exactly what happened here as we get that wreckage rewind you see on your screen. And 3 car came out quick and said, "That was me, guys." No contesting. He was running in the 11th spot before that happened. And so tough break for him, and I'm sure whoever he got into it. Let's take a look at it here.
All right, here we go. You're going to see the 3 driving hard through the corner. Just clips the 10 there off the turn number 4. 10 down the inside wall. Nobody else collected. Caution's out.
And kudos to him for locking up the brakes there. It's so easy to forget, especially for these, I don't want to say rookie drivers, but maybe less experienced drivers. That's what this league is for. And so really good move there for him, locking up those brakes, potentially avoiding an even bigger accident.
Let's see if
there
we
you
can
see
go
another
on,
angle of it. Just looks
on
like he
board with the
tried
3.
to make it work.
And that's why the 3 said it was his fault. He was just trying to get off the corner there. And here's the 10. Now, to the 3's defense, 10 looked like he was out of the gas pretty bad off the corner there.
Yeah, Gannon Cypher was very, very apologetic on the radio. But like I said, that could have easily been a 3 or 4 car incident if it wasn't for him locking the brakes up there. So kudos to him. Lap 55. Is Eddie Morris or anybody going to come down pit road this entire race?
I mean, with as many cautions they had, I think he might be able to make it. I don't think it's worth it yet. I'd be worried about Logan Hagerman having, 50-lap newer tires.
Well, that's exactly right. Logan, let's see, where is Logan back to now? He's back to the 8th spot. So you don't talk about moving quick. He moved right back up there to the top 10.
So his
And,
laps, he's got 16 lap tires. They're on 55 lap tires. So 39 lap newer tires. Pretty good. It's a definite advantage, I would say.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you can make passes on the inside with tires like that. So I definitely expect him to be in the top 5 in a couple laps, if not, maybe even top 3. And we had a great cup race and truck race here last week on Intensity Broadcasting with the iOS Cup Series and Truck Series. And tomorrow night, they'll be headed to Phoenix to make a run at it in the desert.
And finally, I get to race again, baby. Better watch out for me. I'm really bad at Phoenix, though, so watch out for me. I'm probably going to be about as bad as that 18 car. So.
Yeah, I probably won't see y'all race. That's all right. Oh, man.
I heard you had some tough races at Bristol, though, so.
Okay, well, Eddie Morris is your leader.
Off the corner, here comes Eddie. He's ripping. He's gone.
That dude looked like he was at a short dirt track there, the way he hung it off of forward.
Dustin Buck coming through the field as well, up to 4th now.
And remember, Dustin has new tires on that 3 machine, or that 68 machine in these. Caution out again here at Bristol.
Looks like Brett Merle this time.
Jacob just wants to go green for a little bit so he can try to catch Eddie. But Eddie's liking these cautions. He's not having to pit at all. We'll get that wreckage rewind up for you. See what happened here. He calls out caution number 7 of the night. They piled up quickly. And we got it here for you again on the backstretch. That's been a happening place here tonight.
You're going to see that 5 machine get a little high into the wall. We'll see what happens.
It looked like Will Cloud in the 5, and then Brett Murrell just spun himself out, looked like trying to avoid Will, and more drivers. Oh, right there it is. The 3 machine came in there, Gannon Cyphers.
Yeah, it looked like Brett was just trying to keep it off him there. And maybe cranked it a little bit too far to the left. Overcorrected it, came back across the track. Tough break for him.
Yeah, and Brett did what he's supposed to do. You saw he locked up the brakes really, really quick. But unfortunately, they were too wide there. They were coming through, just no way to avoid him. And Gannon Cypher's night went from bad to worse there, as his car was completely destroyed on the front end, at least.
Michael Provolt getting his wave by. Be your lucky dog. All right, how about we take him through the field real quick?
Sounds like a plan as we head up to lap 63 this time around. Looking at Eddie Morris right there as your leader. Jacob Bowen in that 28 machine showing off strong speed tonight. In 3rd, 426 with Todd Schott. I haven't talked too much about him. Dustin Buck looks to be a threat here with new tires in the 68 in 4th.
And I know it says for Dustin Buck -3 positions, but he started on the pole. We got a UL early, so he's coming from the back all the way up to 4th position. Sorry, had to throw that in there.
Oh, no, you're right. You're fine. Nick Mather there in the 16. He's running top 5. Logan Hagerman, the one I wanted to look out for tonight in the 27. He's in 6, 7. You see there Jackson Qualley in 17th position. Gregory Froenick, he's made his way through the field. You know, he got caught up in an early accident, went back to like 22nd. Made his all the way up to 8th. Brian Murrell Jr. in the 74 there in 9th. And your top 10, Nicholas Ford in the 7 machine. We saw him get into an accident earlier.
11th, we got Will Cloud Jr. We just saw him get a little bit in the wall. You can see that right front damage. Colton Kinsey in the 4 up to 12th. Actually, he started 12th, so he hasn't moved anywhere, which is amazing. Michael Lawrence, Jason Duckworth, and Travis Paul, your top 15.
Yeah,
We're
right
about
now
to
we're
go back
looking
green.
at 23 cars on this lead lap, ending in Michael Provault there in that 23rd position. And Eddie Morris will control this field yet again. It's been a commonplace for him tonight. I don't think it'll be too common, though, after Dustin Buck takes his restart with fresh tires right behind him.
There we go, Eddie Morris.
I bet Dustin Buck's going to try to get on the outside of Jacob Bowen here as they come out in the 2. Not there yet, and caution already out on the speedway. The 66 of Sylvian Seguin looks to be involved, and a few others here.
The 23 looks like he's in pit road.
Yeah, 23 again.
Now let's see if
involved.
we can find what happened there. You said 66. We're going to look at Sylvan.
And I bet these drivers are just itching to get some green flag racing in so they can make moves, especially Dustin Buck and Logan Hagerman sitting there in 3rd and 4th position with fresh tires, ready to pounce on these top 2, but just haven't had the opportunity yet. As Todd Schott, he fell back to 5th on that restart as he has old tires as well. Again, Eddie Morris, your leader here on lap 67.
All right,
Jacob
I think
Bowen
I found
in 2nd position. And we think we may have found the culprit of this caution, number 8.
This one's going to be a lot more cars than you think, and I can't believe we didn't get any notifications of this one happening. Here it goes. 22. Watch that 19. Oh, the 3 in front of him. 22, 23, 95. I'm not sure what happens with the 3 there, but let's see if we can look at what happened with Gannon Cyphers during this.
Gannon Cyphers having a very eventful night tonight.
Looks like
It's
you're
like,
right.
66.
Sylvan 3 wide.
Yeah, just didn't give enough room on there on the high side, and you see how quickly things evolve here. Unfortunately, 23 involved in somebody else's mess again tonight. That might seal the deal for him.
All right, back live. That was our 8th caution. It's been a tough go of it. Only a couple green flag laps here. Real tough to get racing if you can't stay green. We'll see what... I mean, we still got a lot of cars in the lead lap. So, 23 cars. For as many cautions as we've had. Pretty decent.
Well, I think if you're Eddie Morris, the advantage you get, of course, obviously, is that restart. You get to jump before everybody else. That gives you at least a second on that 3rd place of Dustin Buck. And so, you know, as he's running through there and getting that advantage, that's spots that Dustin has to make up. And so if you don't have enough green flag laps to get that, then what are you to do if you're Dustin Buck?
True. So, while we're on this caution, let's talk about... We're at 900 and I think 54, Dustin, followers. That means like we're 40-something away from 1,000. If you're listening or watching, share this thing. Let's push this thing over 1,000 tonight so me and Dustin can get all the credit.
That's exactly right. Also, if you're watching and you've never hit that subscribe button or like or follow, whatever it is on Facebook, make sure to do that right now, just so we can get up there close to 1,000. That's our goal by April sometime.
April 27th is our goal, so we'll see if we can do it by then.
27th.
And here goes Eddie Morris. Green flag is about to be out, and it's out. Eddie Morris is flying.
That's the jump I talked about. He got a good jump on Logan Hagerman and Jacob Bowen.
Well, Hagerman got a good one on the outside.
Yeah, he did. I thought he drove it down real deep in there, but didn't make it stick as Jacob holds off 2nd position, at least for now.
Man, watch out for that 71 machine at Fronek up to 4th now. What a run he's having after being caught up early.
I think he's got fresh tires as well, so he should be up here in the top 3 eventually.
Yep.
Oh, we got
Looks like
Gregory Fronek.
TJ Floyd around.
Nicholas Ford involved. Dylan Redding involved. A lot of cars involved here.
All right, let's see if we see what happens here. First one I got is TJ. Let's see if something happens with him.
Well, he came over the radio and said nowhere to go, so I imagine there it is. Yeah.
They just pile in behind him. So this starts with Dylan Redding. Something happens with Dylan Redding.
Well, go on there. Yeah.
Maybe even the 5 of Will Cloud looked like he might have got loose as well. Go through from there. There we go. Oh, yeah. It's just Dylan Redding going around back there.
But I do want to look at the 48 of Brett Murrell here. He's right in front of Eddie Morris. At least he said on the radio he was. I'm not sure what exactly happened. He apologized for getting into Eddie. I didn't see that on my screen.
Brett Murrell, you said?
Yeah. I know Nicholas Ford got involved into something there as well. Maybe when they were coming around, like I said, I just heard it on the radio. I just want to make sure we got everything for our viewers.
So we saw Dylan Redding get a little loose. TJ Floyd gets loose, has nowhere to go. Piles into Dylan. And then we hear some more wrecking. What's that? The Michael Provolt machine, the 66 of Sylvan Seguin. If we can see it from inside Seguin's car.
And what I want you to notice whenever you get that in-car camera is just how quick this thing happens. I mean, it happens so quick, you don't have time to react. There you see, it's already happening right there. Oh, he gets turned from behind.
Oh, he did get dumped. I think that was from the 18 there.
Yeah, it's one of 2 choices, right? You either keep in the gas and get in the wreck, or check up and get wrecked from behind. As Martin here not Martin, excuse me. 18 of David Wright. Oh, he doesn't see anything happening. You know, the cars are so low to the ground that the car in front of them just blocks their view sometimes. That looks like that's what happened there. David had no idea of what was going on up ahead.
Yeah, see, that's such a tough spot to be in if you're a driver, because you really just nothing you can do. You're racing racing the track. You're not supposed to be racing the other cars at that point, you know. And everybody
great run off the turn there.
Everybody just stops.
Fault to him. I think if anybody would have been in that position, that would have been the same outcome here. As we coming back to 1 to go this time by.
So there you go. There's the thing with Merle here that you were talking about.
And green flag is back out here. Eddie Morris, you saw there, got a great restart on Jacob Bowen, but I look for Nicholas Ford. He's up there as well.
Todd Scott really putting it to Nicholas Ford here. See what he can do with him, if he can do anything.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that Dustin Buck and Logan Hageman hadn't been able to make it up further than they have with those fresh tires. I know they at least had fresher than Eddie's and Jacob's. So very curious as to why they're not more up there. Nicholas Ford sitting there in third spot. Just nobody seems to be able to touch him as we
Yellow
have
is
another
out.
caution.
Mike Rentz Jr.
Mike Rentz in the 91 machine. Already 2 laps down. Let's see what happens here to him. That record's rewind there on your screen as we do some replay magic in the background. And we got it up here for you.
Stuck up in the wall. Tries to get it off the wall. Wow, right across the track in front of the 3 machine.
Is that not the same driver that overcorrected earlier?
I can't remember. The 91?
I can't remember either. Yeah, I can't remember, but I do know that was an overcorrect. But I'll tell you what, when you get in that wall, it is really, really easy to turn yourself around like that.
Uh-oh. Eddie Morris on pit road.
Oh, no.
Getting them tires.
In the world? Well, lap 80, looking at about, or excuse me, 84, looking at about 15
had to be
laps
fuel,
to go.
right?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, we didn't have an issue with fuel last week, but that was, of course, in the Truck Series and Cup. So I guess it would have to be fuel. I don't know.
All right, so Bowen,
Maybe just
Scott, Quali still haven't hit pit road. Smith either. We got a lot of guys
okay with staying out there.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys who haven't hit pit road yet. So maybe we'll have to ask Eddie about that. You think we can drag Eddie in here?
Yeah, let's try it real quick. We got some time on our hands. If I could find him, here he is. Eddie, this is Joe and Dustin in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey guys, what's up?
Well, we were just curious as to what was going on there while you were coming down pit road.
Hey man, the lap times are kind of off, so I'm gonna get some fresh rubbers, bro.
I'm looking at about 15 laps to go right now, maybe even less than that on this restart. You think you got time to come back?
No, absolutely.
All right. Well, good luck. We're ready to watch it. Wait, you're back there in that hornet's nest now, buddy. You better put it to the metal.
Yeah, it's gonna be a total different ball game back here.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes.
Good luck.
Appreciate it, guys.
Confidence. Man, he had a lot of confidence there.
Yeah, he sounded like he was smooth as can be, ready to roll. All right. I like it. I like it a lot. We'll see if he can pick his way through the field. I think that's a tall task, personally, but we'll see. This is his place. He tells us all the time Bristol's his track, so.
Well, he'll either come through and win this thing, or he'll wreck half the field doing it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Either way, he's showing 21st right now on the field, so that's a lot of cars to pass with only a little bit more than 10 laps. We look to have 12 laps to go on this restart here.
Jacob Bowen's going to lead this thing from that outside line.
Nicholas Ford on the inside of him. We've seen him come through. Todd Schott on the inside of road number 2. Logan Hagerman, that driver I told you to watch out for, he's there in 4th spot.
He's not going away quietly, that's for sure. He's been there all night. We'll see what he can do here with 13 to go. Bowen out of a rocket, though.
Oh, yeah, he's gone. He's wanting this win.
Hagerman clears up to second.
And remember, Hagerman's got those fresher tires. We do have a caution out. That'll bring everybody bunched up together.
I think this is what Eddie's relying on here to make his way through this thing. We'll see how it goes, though.
Yeah, the problem with that, though, is yellow laps you can't pass. So, it's a good thing and a bad thing. You just have to spread them out just perfect to do what he's trying to do.
All right, we're going to see some more stacking up and some definite...
Like a rock there from 2nd to 5th on that.
I'm going to see some definite stacking up here. 3 wide, Provolt right in front of Eddie. He just goes around.
Yeah, luckily Eddie makes it through there.
All right. Morris up to 20th.
So he moved up
One spot. And we got a wave around. I think that was the 37 of Derek Chaput.
All right, so if you remember correctly, I said I really am concerned about Logan Hagerman and Dustin Buck not getting through there with those pressure tires. Guess what? They're there now. Second and third is Logan and Dustin.
Yeah, but that took
Looking
them like
zigzag.
30 laps to get there. I think Eddie was just a little late to the game on the new tire strategy.
Yeah, I don't.
We'll see,
I don't
though.
think
He
has
could
the
prove
time.
us
We're
wrong.
looking at-
He might be able to prove us wrong. I think we're going to use up all 3 green, white checkers. Maybe, maybe not. I could be wrong.
Well, that's definitely what he's banking on. He's got to be at this point. But Eddie is always a gambler. He takes those risks, and sometimes it pays off, and other times it does not.
He almost got you for the championship by risking it.
Oh yeah, if another caution would have came out, he would have been the 2020 champion for sure.
All right. 8 laps to go, 11 cautions. But about to see some racing, I think, up here at the front. I think Logan
And
Hagerman is
11
now clear, and he's on fresh tires. He's ready to roll. He cleared easily Nicholas Ford in the last restart, and put Dustin Buck right behind him. So definitely some racing about to happen here at the front.
Yeah, I wouldn't count him out there. And talking about Dustin Buck in the 68, I think he's going to give us some run for his money as well. Nicholas Ford trying to make something happen on the outside. Ford started 23rd, made it all the way up there to 4th. So we'll see what he can do here. Eddie Morris has officially moved up 1 spot to 19th now. That pace car is going to duck on off right here. We're going to see how it turns out. Starting with 6 laps to go. And green flag is back out.
Oh, they're wrecking hard. Big wreck. Lots and lots of wrecking. Still wrecking.
Well.
All right. See here. It was pretty big. That's the big one of the night for sure. Saw people jumping walls.
All I can say is I hope Eddie made through it all. And
All right.
it looks like he did. He's up to 15th now.
In this screen, Eddie's back there in turn 4, I believe. Here we go. Big checkup. Carnage.
My goodness. Wow.
And Eddie makes it through, that's for sure. Let's go on board with Jackson Qualley through that one. Look at that. Oh, I thought he made it through.
Oh, man.
What a save, though.
That would have been perfect.
I thought he was going to make it through.
Oh my goodness. And that's the same feeling we just had is the same exact feeling they're experiencing as drivers. You think you're through, nobody even to hit, and you can just get hit out of nowhere. My goodness.
Here's Eddie Morris locking up the brakes here. Just a touch of the wall.
Very nice. That just makes it more aerodynamic, that's all.
Right? This is from David Wright. Many laps down, but still rolling. We'll see what he's doing. I saw him come through. Well, not too much to worry about for him. Let's see about from Max McClure's spot. Max was actually caught up in it. Big stack up right there in front of Max. Max with nowhere to go, and he's the guy who catches Jackson. Tough break for Max there.
Talked about Jackson being steady and just making his way slowly to the field. Gets caught up in that one. Still in 14th though, right now at least. So that will take us to our first green-white checkered of the night, as we are officially on lap 100.
I don't think they're done. They're giving it all they got here.
I think we'll have another one.
Here, Dustin. We'll see, though. The short track can get to that white flag pretty quick. Jacob Bowen, Nicholas Ford on that front row. Nicholas must have cleared past Logan Hagerman on that last restart. Let's see who's got the run here.
Jacob gets a great start on the outside. Nicholas Ford trying to carry it down into turn one. Doesn't have anything for him yet. Gets right there at him, though. Look at Logan Hagerman on the outside. Nick gets loose.
Nick's wrecking.
Nick going around.
Caution is out just before the line.
Nick came over the radio and said, "Sorry, guys, I ran out of talent." Just got a little too excited there, it looked like.
All right, looks like we got it queued up already. Watch Nicholas here.
He's really taking it hard into that turn, and it just broke loose on him. Nothing he could do about it.
Well, he was loose down.
Once it starts that.
So he's loose down the front. I'm sorry, through turns 3 and 4, and he really lights up that right rear coming off the corner here. You're gonna see him. That's gonna not help him going into the next corner. Sends it
Very
around.
nice save there from Logan Hagerman.
Eddie just
Eddie
drove
making it
through the
through.
middle. What a drive for Eddie Morris through the middle.
Just to clarify, Eddie's up to 9th right now.
All right, we got to, obviously we have to go back for that one.
Just gets loose in the turn, and look at Eddie get through this.
Oh, he did get caught up in it a little bit there.
I don't think that's enough to do anything here at Bristol, though. I think that'll just make it turn a little bit better in the corner.
A look from Sylvan Seguin's car. You see that smoke up ahead already?
And that's just the case of the car checking up in front of you too much there.
Yep.
You see, just
Ooh,
in the same case, Derek
yep.
Chaput gets punted there.
And that's just not knowing it's happening. The other guy's seeing it, and one of them not. They went all the way around the track. I was almost all the way around the track there during that one. All right, Logan Hagerman to the point. Jacob Bowen. What happened to Jacob Bowen?
So Jacob has been coming on the radio saying that under cautions, he's blinking in and out under cautions.
I do not have him
it's
scored
showing.
anymore.
It's showing him 2 laps down in the 28th position.
That's a tough break for him. All right, we're going to try it maybe one more time, possibly two. Logan Hagerman's going to lead us to the green flag here with Todd Scott in the inside. Dustin Buck's going to start third. And Michael Lawrence is going to start fourth. Here they go. Hagerman with a big lunch, but man, Dustin Buck not holding nothing back. We got cars sparking behind him. Oh, they're wrecking again. The white flag was already out.
Making it run here. Dustin Buck, one last chance. Coming out of turn 4, giving it all he's got. He's not going to get it.
Hagerman's going to win it.
We're winning the Rockytop 100 here at Bristol. Whew.
What a finish.
So Jacob Bowen confirmed he did have internet connection issues there after leading that before the last restart.
Logan Hagerman, your winner tonight here at Bristol. That's his first win of the season, Dustin.
Some nice burnouts there. Gets interrupted by the tea machine. But man, I thought Dustin Buck might have given him a little bit more of a challenge there, but shoot. Logan Hagerman, didn't I say he was the one to watch tonight?
You did. You definitely did. That was your call to win it. As we look at the standings here, race results. Logan Hagerman, your winner from the Intensity Race Team. I like how he's got that there. That's perfect. Dustin Buck in that second spot. Todd Scott third, comes home third. Nick Mather coming home fourth, and TJ Floyd rounding out your top five.
Zachary Cox in that 51 machine will not roll off. He'll finish sixth. Eddie Morris made it all the way back to seventh. Just couldn't quite get there. Will Cloud in the 5 machine makes it in eighth. Brett Murrell in ninth. And Dylan Redding, after all his troubles tonight, he'll make it back to that top 10.
Travis Paul is going to come home 11th. Max McClure 12th. Michael Provolt making it 13th. He was caught up in a lot of things tonight as well. Michael Smith 14th, and Greg Froelich, after we seeing him up at the front there toward the end, comes home 15th.
Yeah, just on down the field, we got Derek Chaput 16th, Michael Lawrence 17th, Brian Murrell Jr. 18th, Jason Duckworth in 19th, Jackson Qualley in 20th. They starting to be a lap down here. Gannon Cyphers in 21st, Colton Kinsey 22nd, 23rd, Sylvan Seguin. Nicholas Ford, tough break there, all the way back to 24th. And Jeff Hinkle, we saw have problems. He'll end up 25th.
Yep, and then rounding out the field, you got Jacob Bowen after disconnecting, David Wright, Mike Rentz Jr., Chris Wheeler, and Derek Regal having tough nights. 73 laps down. All right, Dustin, what do you think about that Bristol race?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a heartbreak for Jacob Bowen. He's sitting there leading the race. He's had a great strategy the whole race, and just ending up with a heartbreaker there is, it does happen from time to time, but you don't ever want to see it happen when you're leading the race.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. What a wild race. Lots of cautions. Drivers maybe not taking as much time on new tires as they should. But, that's racing at Bristol. Short track anger, getting the best of some of these guys tonight. And for Intensity Broadcasting, I'm Joe Wright. Check us out tomorrow night as we go to Phoenix. Is that where we're going?
That is where we're going.
All right, Phoenix in the iOS Cup Series, and then also Wednesday night, same thing. So check them both out, Tuesday, Wednesday night this week. For Intensity Broadcasting, I'm Joe Wright. I've been joined by my man Dustin Dean, and we'll see you guys later. Over and out.